Grand Rising, good afternoon, and good evening. By the time you see this, I guarantee you've already heard the news, seen the algorithm change on YouTube, or possibly seen that Dirk has been arrested, is trending. I knew things had switched up for Dirk when he announced that he changed his name and he was now Muslim. And it's kind of crazy because the first thing I thought about was, is he going to jail? I promise you, not even but a few weeks later, that's exactly what happens. He ends up getting picked up and taken into federal custody. They claim that they have evidence. They have a large amount of proof that he did a hit for hire for Quando Rondo, and they're already presenting evidence. So when the feds present a case that way, it's pretty much, over with. So I want to tap into the energy around King Von and how he feels about the current arrest of a person that went from friend to foe, family to stranger, little Dirk. Without any further ado, can somebody please timestamp this reading at the 1 minute and 50-second mark? And let's tap in. Show me the energy around how Von feels about little Dirk being arrested. First card out, Wheel of Fortune. Not only is this a card of great favor, it's a jackpot card, and it also is a card that deals with inheritance. Interesting enough, Five of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. He's already talking about being left out in cold from an inheritance. So first thing off the rip, he's talking about the money that he feels like his family should have inherited from his work, his legacy. Okay, so we've got the Temperance card here. And he feels like, this is what's going to bring balance through a new beginning for the wealth that was supposed to go to his family when it comes to the money that he earned right before he passed away. And he's given me this message before. So, interesting enough, I want to say the last Vine video that I did on his channel, he wanted me to tell his mother about getting the information needed to get things in order for the family, or to get things back for the family, for his estate from the feds. He was very specific about the information that she would need would come out in public record. She doesn't have to pay anybody to search for it. It will come out in public record with the feds. So now, that Dirk is in the feds, wow. That's crazy. I just realizing that Vine was telling me this whole time that his get back was going to be sending Dirk to the feds so he can get his money back to his mom, allegedly. Okay, so we got, faith, okay? And on that card is a praying monk who is summoning the energy from a higher source through meditation and prayer. And right now, that's pretty much the story of Dirk's life, because as soon as he knew he was going downhill, he turns to faith as if like a last ditch attempt, a last effort to change his life before it's too late. Almost like a Hail Mary pass. But you got a Five of Swords here, which represents conflict and communication. The conflict and communication wasn't with other people around him. It was between him and God. It was, you have never been in alignment with anything that's righteous. And then when you become what you think is righteous, you think that it's going to help you to escape, karma, retribution. I don't think anybody taught Dirk that going before God to repent does not absolve you of paying for your sins. You still have to balance out the karmic energy that you put into the world, not just the lives of the people around you. So yes, in that essence, you are a new person from that moment forward, but that doesn't help you to escape all of the energy that's winding up, and it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger like a cyclone, and it's following you, and eventually it's going to catch you, and you're going to be caught up in that energetic field of negative energy, because everything that you send out in this life eventually makes its way back to you. So no prayer, no repenting, no finding God at the last moment is going to help you escape a life of negativity. It can deliver you from the energy that you were a part of, but you still got to do the work. So it's like he was trying to go to the spirit realm to avoid, consequences, and to avoid doing the work. And it feels like the universe said, not so fast. So we've got the King of Coins here, okay? And this is why the universe didn't honor his request. It didn't come from a righteous place. His heart wasn't pure when he came before the Most High, or Allah, because he became Muslim, or so he said. So here it is, King of Pentacles is showing that you're praying, but it's like you're praying to stay in a position of a king, to stay in a position of a person of authority, to stay wealthy, to stay affluent, to stay in the position that you've always been in, that same position that you use to bring tyranny upon other people. So once again, his prayer wasn't righteous. It didn't come from a truly mentally, spiritually cleansed place. It was based and rooted in selfish energy. He didn't want to lose, the position and the accoutrements that he has in life. Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck. It's like he's thinking heavily now about, his relationship now. And it's like he sees India as his wife. So it's like, swans mate for life. And it's like, I don't want to lose my marriage. I don't want to lose my money. I don't want her to be out here without me. It's like all of these things are just now kicking in. And you got the Devil and Judgment. And as you can see, there's someone in a cage that's bound by the same energy on this card. The devil literally trapped this person, bound this person in the energy that they put out. And you see that pentagram, you know, pointing downward. It means as below, so above. So it's like now you're being judged for the fruits of your labor, for, you know, the energy that you have put into this earth, which is that demonic frequency. And here it is in this dark night of the soul. This is where you actually end up in a position to where, for the first time ever, you're going to meet God. You're going to talk to God. You're going to actually really find out what it is to mentally and spiritually, you know, cleanse. This experience is going to show you what's really important, what's not important, the errors in your ways. It's going to make you view life from a totally different place. And it had to come through an unrequited offer because you wouldn't listen. You wouldn't learn. You were too arrogant. So since you decided to publicly say that you have turned to God, God has put you in a position to where you have nothing but Him. And the only way that you can be rebuilt is through the Most High. All things old must be stripped away, because all of those are of the devil, Betrayal. You have to release the assistance that you have been receiving from the jinns, because now it's like now he realizes how he got himself in this situation. And it's like being it's like being in a portal. And it doesn't matter which way you go, whether you choose the light or the dark, your life is never going to be the same regardless. Your life as you know it is over. See, even if he gets to the point to where he can somehow, some way push through this case and come home, he's never comfortably going to be able to live the life that he lived before the authorities picked him up. He's always going to be watched. He's always going to have to consider that now he's a threat to other people in the street, because anytime he's around, the block is hot. So that's going to affect his music, who he can work with in music. It's going to put him in a position to where he's going to be ostracized. So whether he goes in or he stays out, he won't be able to live life in its normal capacity or what he has accepted as normal. Those days are completely done. They're over. And here it is. He's apprehended. The Palace of Swords. Palace of Swords represents law enforcement and communication. And when you get the Palace of Swords, the Palace of Swords represents the big house. That's the penitentiary. That's like the feds, right? And the reason why he's facing going to the feds, look at that. 6 of Pentacles. This person offering somebody money off the record. You financed something. You actually spent money on something, gave someone money for something, allegedly. That's the energy that I'm getting. And just the paper trail or the digital footprint with the money alone is going to lead to further investigation to all possible financial transactions. This is just the beginning. Yeah, the death card. So you got the death that falls under the wheel. That's also receiving large amounts of money for someone demise as well. And then being able to live a lavish life afterwards. Saying that it gave you a balance through a new beginning because temperance is on the table. And here it is. It's like the balance for the new beginning. As far as Vaughn is concerned, he's saying that the balance for the new beginning for Dirk is for him to be out in the cold, for him to be ostracized, for anybody that's real, that's really street, to not mess with him anymore, for him to fall from grace. So I'm hearing the phrase death before dishonor, and death before dishonor is a term that was very popular, especially with certain areas in the world where they would practice actually not being dishonorable because they would rather not be here than to be dishonorable. So he's saying that it's you being a disgrace, you having smut on your rep, you being here and being considered a rat. He's showing me a picture of Mickey Mouse. So you being considered, he's saying goofy, like things of that nature. You looking that way and losing everything is worse than you not being here because you have to be here dishonored. So instead of you leaving here, early like he did, where you could be, like a hero and permanently immortalized in death, he's saying that he made sure that you would be torn down in life and that you would have to live under the veil of dishonor. So as far as the energy that I'm getting from Vaughn, he feels like that's far worse than him going out in the blaze and, being, looked at as a pioneer. So you got the Eight of Pentacles here, which is a work card, and it's also, showing me that even from the spiritual realm, it's like it looks like a marketing ploy, okay? It looks like him finding, the Muslim religion as a way to rebrand and market himself so that he could still be profitable and prosper as the King of Pentacles. So was this just a marketing strategy, or did he actually start practicing? Let's see, we've got, y'all, you got a Nine of Cups here, the Knight of Wands. So, whole wish fulfillment to like get in and get out. This doesn't look like anything he was going to stick with on a permanent basis. It's like he was trying to show himself to be non-threatening and trustworthy, allegedly. So we've got a Seven of Swords under the deck to reconfirm that this was another backdoor tactic. It was not considered honorable as far as the spirit realm is concerned. So once again, if he hasn't actually said a real prayer yet, I guarantee you he's about to. Because I'm getting the energy of someone that's very, very nervous, somebody who's sick on the stomach, from anxiety and, oh, they said DTs as well. So goodness, that sounds torturous. So we've got the Five of Wands here, which is showing that he's seriously going to fight this indictment. But it's looking like he's going to have to sit down while he fights this indictment. Because there's a clear-cut, undeniable truth. And that truth is going to lead to more hidden secrets, some really big secrets, okay? And it feels like whoever he's tied into, they're more concerned with protecting the order, protecting the secrets, than they are with helping him this time around. Page of Cups, okay? That's someone who is really, truly like having a reality check, and it's like, I'm so sorry for everything, and it's like it's a little too late, a lot too late. So here it is. It's like the truth comes out either while he's in prison or to send him to prison. But what I see is he's going to be in here when the truth comes out. Whatever this truth is, he's going to be in here fighting. And I see someone very, very prominent, someone very important, feeling like they need to cover and protect something else. And whatever that is that they need to cover and protect, for their sake, it's better for them if Dirk goes to prison. Now, interesting enough, the bottom of the deck, you've got the Lovers and then you got the World. So that's the end of a cycle due to choices and decisions. We know that the Lovers represents Gemini, which is also duality. So it's like someone who shows themselves one way while being a totally, completely different way. So the way that it's being put to me is like, people finally seeing who he really is for the first time. Like people finally getting to understand how Vaughn felt that day in court when the other shoe dropped, and he realized that the situation with Dirk made a turn, and he was the last one to know. So he wants him to know what that feels like, to sit there and not know what your future is going to be like, and to have somebody else decide your future, and then boom, at the last second you get a revelation. So it's like Vaughn wants him to understand how he felt that day in court, how he felt thinking about the rest of his life going up in a flash before his eyes, thinking about having his children and his family taken away from him, his relationship, losing everything after being on the top of the world. He wants them to live through that and see how it feels. See what it's like when the shoe is on the other foot. Can you stand 10 toes down? Can you get busy? Can you, put in work and actually be respected in there? This is the life you wanted me to live. This is what you wanted to happen to me so that you could live off of my legacy. But the energy that I'm getting is that Vaughn wants his legacy to die out, to burn out before he passes over, so that his legacy is not even worth selling. So he's letting it be known that, this was a collaboration. You're not the only one. You work together with other people. And you got the Wheel of Fortune here with the Death card, which is saying that you and these people work together to, bring about a jackpot through a demise. He knows who all work together, and he's going to get back at everybody involved. So his balance for a new beginning, his temperance to change this situation for the better, he's going to put everybody in the Five of Pentacles energy. Now on the table is Five of Coins, but same difference. He's going to make sure that they're all ostracized, they're broken, that they can't take care of their families. Everything that they wanted from him, he's going to make sure that they feel it 10 times. He's saying that this is going to be the coldest winter ever. It's going to be the driest dry spell ever. He's going to dry up any resources that goes to these people's families until his mother gets back every piece of the estate. Every hand that was involved is going to have bad luck, karma, whatever you want to call it, retribution. And one of the first forms of that karma, that retribution, is financial despair. The ones who worship money the most, the ones that will do anything for money, will have to do anything for money. I mean, it's interesting because this is the energy of somebody that's pretty much willing to, put people in a position to where, if you want to be a goofy, you're going to have to be a goofy for that cash. I'm going to make the whole world see that you're a goofy. I'll make you really have to fight for a check, make you really have to fight for survival, fight to eat. Whatever you wanted times 10 for my life is 100-fold for yours. So all I could tell y'all, this is the coldest, Black Friday Christmas delivery I've ever seen. He did tell me the new Get Back gang was it was him, his father, and granddad. So he's making his rounds, and he's going to make sure that everybody involved feels his energy one way or the other. And because we're in a year of the 8, that represents infinity. By next year, the year of the 9, it's going to be a closing of cycles where all things wicked will come to an end. So whatever doesn't happen this year, there's going to be some harsh karma, possibly harsh endings next year for these people that were involved. And there were people involved that the public don't know about. So if you think about even the friends of the friends in this group, everybody's going to get that get back. Yeah, he's saying he's coming in fast. He's coming in fast at unawares. He's going to make sure that he puts a halt, a rest to, a lot of things with people around him, especially when it comes to certain communications. People who appear in false light in front of people who big up him, people who give him shout outs, but they don't really mess with him. They don't really mess with his family. They don't look out for his family. but they speak his name. Like he's dealing with all these types of people. So pretty much he's saying, he's putting a warning out for people to watch what they say. He don't mind people speaking, but he's being very strong on being respectful and telling the truth. Yeah, so you got the Ten of Wands here, which represents hardship, having the weight of the world on your shoulders, you know, possibly. Oh, so he's saying that it's a possibility that this situation can get so heavy that not only can this, be a burden to Dirk's money, allegedly, he could end up having to consider copying a plea if he wants to preserve some of his money and come out comfortable. If even just that. Okay, so I see a total, situation coming to a rest. Uh, wow. So King of Swords, Queen of Swords can also represent law enforcement. And he's saying that things are going to come to a rest. Oh, he's speaking on Dirk's lawyer. So I can't remember her name right now, but it's Nicole something. So one of y'all drop down in the comments and uh, please tell me her name. It's like Nicole. It's something with an M. Either way, he's speaking about the lawyer. He's saying that he's going to get back to her too. Um, yeah, remember I said, he's here. It is. Dirk is definitely going to have a fight on his hands with this case, and it's looking like the best that they want to offer is a possible plea. Why would he have to face a plea? Because I'm seeing Ten of Swords here at the bottom of the deck, which is the card of betrayal. This is a betrayal you can't come back from. So it's a possibility somebody may have talked, because that's the only way this would be a possibility for this being something etched in stone that you can't come back from. If someone gives a signed sworn testimony, turns state property, and whatever they said actually bears weight. Tell me more. Yeah, it's a hangman for him. It's something he created, something he gave birth to in secret that's going to lead him to the penitentiary. And, we know in secret that they caught him in a unaliving for hire situation. So, it feels like that's going to lead to bigger things. The investigation is not going to stop there. Wow. Because there's still a major truth that has to be addressed here that's going to come out in this situation. Tell me more about what this truth is. So you got Seven of Cups. So, yeah, it's like somebody trying to consider their options after this truth comes out. And it feels like that's what's going to possibly put him in a position where he may have to just cop a plea. Because I'm telling you, there's somebody very, very established that's over him, that's been back in his career. And they feel that it's safer for him to just go down, like an old battleship, because whatever is attached to Dirk could lead back to them. So somebody's going to go hands off on him, just totally fall back while he's going through this situation. Yeah, the wounded warrior. There's a woman here. And whoever this woman is, it feels like it's a woman that backs him. Very, very powerful woman that backs him. He's going to be hurt over this. The wounded warrior. And Seven of Pentacles is like this woman who invested in him or has invested in him. She's looking like she doesn't want to lose everything either, because she knows that the authorities can swoop down on her. So she's going to try to get her balance through a new beginning. And she's over here praying too, because you got the Eight of Pentacles, and it looks like she got the Eight of Pentacles because she worked with him on something that can lead back to her. And this is going to be a heavy burden for her, because allegedly, okay, it's looking like there is a digital trail that could lead back to her that has to do with money and other possible crimes. So whoever this woman is, she's going to keep it cute and keep it mute, because there's too much going on right now with the feds and Homeland Security for this person to swoop in and save him this time. I mean, this is crazy, because according to Vaughn, Dirk used women to get next to him, to set him up and put him in messed up situations. And it's by women that Dirk is going to fall. But the women that are attached to Dirk, allegedly, are women that won't be seen attached to Dirk as far as romantically. These are business attachments. The ones that helped to take Vaughn down were romantic. But either way, it's like you take one down through feminine energy, and then you ended up, allegedly, you're going to end up being ostracized by strong feminine energy that's been helping you all along. And that's also going to feel like a heavy betrayal, because when you need this person the most, it looks like they're not showing up. They're thinking about their own opportunities, their own ships coming in, their own career, their own life. And this is the end of the road. They love him very much. This is somebody who loves him very much. But they are still walking away from him. With deep regret, they're still walking away from him. Here's a clue here, because I didn't even get a chance to shuffle. This person could allegedly be family. 10 of Cups, family member. Yeah. See this? 2 of Swords at the bottom. This person's cutting them off. So, yeah, this person is thinking about, you know, I got to think about my own life, my own opportunities, the ships I have coming into me, you know, my own stability. But I don't think this person realizes that there's something attached to her, okay? Whoever she is. There's something attached to her that she better pray does not come out. Because it gives me the energy that she may be under investigation herself without even knowing it. Yeah. Now, you got the 10 of Pentacles, but it came out, you know, trying, almost reverse. So, yeah, it's a chop on his money. It's like, even if it's here, even if it's trying, if it's just sideways, right? That means half of his fortune is gone off the rip due to his legal case. Business opportunities gone. Like, this is half of his money gone. So this is saying that, you know, turning towards in a reverse, this case already is going to eat up his money. And this is before he ends up before the judge, okay? Why is this going to eat up his money? Why is his money on the line? Why is it teeter-tottering? Listen, look. Bottom of the deck. I just looked at this right before I shuffled. Glad I looked. the Strength card. Strength represents Leo. Okay? So that's Von reiterating what he's been saying. He's coming for everybody money. Since y'all did him dirty for money, he's going to do y'all dirty and put y'all in a position to where his mom can get back his money. His mom can get back, what are you saying? His mom can get back his masters. She can get back everything that belongs to him as far as his intellectual property. So it's like energetically, he piecing them up and, hanging them upside down, just like the Hangman card, shaking his pockets out. Like, you gonna come up out of this. Every dollar you cost my family, you cost my mother, I'm going to take from you until we're even. And before it's all said and done, you're going to be sorry for this unrequited offer. So it's like this Page of Cups under the Knight of Cups. This is showing me that, of course, nobody wants to take a plea deal, but it's like, this is a really, really messed up situation, because it's like, take a plea deal or, be unalive, because this type of crime, you can go to the chair or, that needle. So either way it goes, it's an unrequited offer. So the best thing that could happen to him is to, take some type of deal, because either way it goes, he's screwed. And falling under the Hangman is Strength, which is the card of the Leo. We know King Von is a Leo, so he's letting it be known, hey, you backdoored me secretly. Secretly, I made sure that you sat down and you faced all of the things that you wanted me to face in my life. You wanted me to go down a certain way. I made sure that everything you wanted from me in the past, Six of Cups, is everything that you will receive now in the present. This is the ultimate, what goes around comes back around. And that's where the heartbreak comes in. So I'm going to go ahead and leave this energy right here. We're going to cut this reading for now. And yeah, Von finally gets his lick back. People got to understand the energy you put out into, the rest of the universe is what the universe will look at and say, hey, if this is what you want for others, then apparently this is what you would accept us to send to you. So, talk about an epic return to sender. What you sow is what you reap, Just what an amazing year, 2024. This is just a wow moment. So I thank all of you for your viewership and support, and this is my energetic tap in on how Von feels about Lil Dirk being picked up by the feds. And it looks like not only is Von in agreement with him being picked up, allegedly it feels like he assisted. But I'm going to go ahead and close this out, and this reading is adjourned. See y'all next time.